Hi everyone, I promised I would do a review of the Fiskars stamp press, and I think this is a mini. They come in two different sizes, and I'm so sorry about the glare, but I have the camera right up above me, this way I can be in front of, not having a tripod in front of me. So this is I believe it's called the mini. I'll include information with a link below to the Fiskars site. Essentially it's a piece of, I think, carb plastic with grid lines. There's no numbers on them, and then the underside has 4 cushiony orange sponges. So what you do is you turn it this way with the sponges facing up, then let me just move some of these aside, then place your stamp or stamps in whatever arrangement you would like. So let's say I want to make a collage using 3 butterflies, but I don't want to have to re-stamp it each time, each butterfly individually. I could stamp them all at once by collaging them on the press and then just inking them up and stamping once. This is particularly helpful if you have multiples to do of the same design. For example, I'm working on some ATCs and I already have a base layer created, so now I know the size that I need to work on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip this underneath, and it's very helpful to have a grid because then you can match up the grid lines. So here's this butterflies, and now I can arrange them in whichever order I want. I think I want the bigger one on the bottom, and this one, and then this one, kind of fluttering around that way, like that. So then I've positioned them, I'm just going to press down, and they're on cling foam, so they stick, and this can be used on cling mounted and clear stamps, and I'll show you a clear stamp in a minute. So now that I have my stamps arranged, I can see exactly where they're going to be. The other thing that you want to do is if you're collaging multiple stamps, you're not sure whether their depth is the same, you could put a piece of paper over them, and then one of these little levelers, and I think I got this at the dollar store with a picture hanging kit, and then just place it down across the stamps, and then you'll know whether they're level or not. So the bubble is pretty much in the middle, so I know that those are level, so they're all going to stamp evenly and I can apply even pressure. So let me grab some ink, and I'm just going to use this ancient page archival ink, and I'm going to tap down the pad. Now this is a little bit of a dry pad. I think I need to get re-inker for this one. But when you're putting your ink to your stamp, be careful because there's little ridges. See that? There's actually, see if you can. There's a ridge to where the foam foam sponges are, so the plate itself doesn't touch your work surface. And always work on a level work surface. So you don't want to press too hard because there's flexibility to it. So you just want to tap it across. So I think that should be enough ink across it. So now I'm going to turn it back, and this is the coolest part of this whole press. Is if I had this on a block, I would have to turn it over once and then hover or put it down wherever it may be. This way I can move it around until I find just the right position in which I want to stamp, and then push down. And I'm just pressing down on where the stamps are, or where the butterflies are. And then there you go. I just instantly collaged some butterflies. And because I have multiples to do, this is so much easier. I already have this created, so then I know exactly where I'm going to place it. So all I have to do is re-ink it. And again, don't press too hard because the middle surface doesn't come in direct contact with your workspace. There's a little bit of a gap, so you don't want to press down too hard and crack the plastic. So I have this all lined up. Then I can just move that to the side. You want to make sure that wherever you have your foam legs, there's no interference of any materials. So I'm just going to position it where I want and then press down. And you don't need an enormous amount of pressure. I just want to make sure that there's even coverage, especially since my ink pad's a little dry. So there you go. You see, you get almost an identical, well, you get an identical configuration. The only variation that may have occurred is whether I placed it differently on the page, but this gives you an opportunity to do collaging. You can also stamp with different color inks all at the same time. All you would do is ink up each stamp individually, and if you're worried about transferring ink, all you have to do is pop a little post-it note, you know, off of over to ink it, move the post-it note without really sticking it on, and this is what's produced in results. Different color. I love, love, love these stamps. Oh, these are Stamper's Best. And then individual stamps. Let me show you a couple of samples that I stamped. This is the individual photorealistic stamp. Great coverage. And I did promise to show you a clear one, so let me just take these off. Put them off to the side and put a clear stamp on. And it's the same one I was playing around with the other day. The circus. So, let me grab another one of these, actually. And you can use whatever ink you want. You can use it this way, you can use it long ways, whichever way you need. So let me just ink this up. And I'm quite happy with it. I think that it would be great to, especially for collaging smaller stamps. It's a nice opportunity for you to, you know, put it down once and then repeat. Let's see, I want to move this up just a little bit so you can see, and it's going to be really light because the ink is so dry. So this could be used on clear stamps, see, or on foam mounted. If you don't mount your stamps at all you would have to do is use double-sided adhesive on your rubber and do it that way. So I'm quite happy with it. I'm glad I picked it up. I am not sure what the suggested retail is, but I'll include a link below to the Fiskars site. So this is the smaller of the two that are available. I'm just trying to prevent the glare. If you have any questions for me, please leave me a comment. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any suggestions or any requests for videos on how something works, or a review of a product that you've seen me show in a haul, or something you're looking for I might have in my stash, please feel free to leave a comment. I have a blog post on my cleversoiree.blogspot.com site where there's an entire post with requests. So I've been crossing things off as I've been making the videos off of the request list. You can leave it there, or you can leave it in the video description or in the comments below this video. Thank you so much for watching.